A cold dread began to creep up Maya's spine. Most of the room doors were dark, but at the very end of the hall, a soft Maya forced a professional smile, trying to ignore the chilling certainty in the boy's tone. Maya's smile vanished. This wasn't just a child's imagination. The pager. As she read the details, she heard a soft footstep behind her. It was Anita. He collapsed right outside the pediatric ward, Anita said, staring at the screen. Right at the start of his shift. They said his pager was still going off when they found him. Maya's blood ran cold. A pager, buzzing for a doctor who was already gone. A doctor who, according to a dying child, still made his nightly rounds. Every rational thought in her head screamed at her to dismiss it. Stress, grief, a child's fantasy. But she couldn't shake the feeling that something profound and terrifying was happening in room 612. She had to go back. As she approached the room again, she slowed her steps. A voice was drifting from inside. It was a man's voice, impossibly soft, calm, and reassuring. "I'm here," the voice said. "You did the right thing." It was a voice that held a universe of compassion. Maya's heart pounded against her ribs. She crept to the doorway and peered inside. He wore an older-style hospital coat, and his posture was one of gentle attentiveness. "You must be the new doctor," he said, his voice calm and warm. "Neither is pain." After a while, he replied softly. On the bed, Ethan watched them both, his expression one of serene acceptance. "You shouldn't be here," Maya insisted, her medical training warring with the impossible sight before her. "Drive." Levin's gaze was heavy with a sorrow that felt ancient. "Neither should children die," he said. He knelt beside Ethan's bed, his form shimmering slightly in the dim light. "I promised," he whispered to the boy, his voice full of tenderness. "I promised I wouldn't let you be alone." Ethan reached out a small, weak hand. As his fingers touched Dr. Levin's arm, they passed through it, just for a second, like a hand through smoke. A look of pure peace settled on the boy's face. "I'm not scared anymore," Ethan breathed. And then, the monitor let out one long, continuous, piercing tone. Flatline. They performed CPR, charged the defibrillator, and shouted orders. But it was no use. The long, unbroken tone of the monitor was the only sound in the room. When the room finally settled, Maya looked over at the visitor's chair. It was empty again, but as she looked at Ethan, she saw that the pained, tense lines on his face were gone. In their place was a small, peaceful smile. As Maya stared at it, it vibrated one last time. The small screen lit up with 2 words. "Thank you." Then it went black, the battery finally dead forever. As dawn broke, casting long, gray shadows down the hospital corridors, Maya walked past room 612. The room was now empty, sterile, and silent. But as she passed, she heard something. The faint sound of footsteps moving away from her down the hall. 2 sets of footsteps. One small and light, like a child's, and right beside them, another pair calm, steady, and reassuring, walking together into the morning light. Some say Dr. Levin's pager can still be heard on the quietest nights, a ghostly call to comfort those who need him most. What do you think? Was he a ghost, an angel, or something else entirely? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoy stories that explore the mysteries between one world and the next, be sure to subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.